Hello, today we are solving Jan 2025 paper unit 2. Okay, question number 4. Karina wishes to make an investment and buy some shares in the company. She has carried out some research on the two companies and found that the information shown below. Information for Aquarius PLC, okay, public limited company, the following information she has collected, and for Belle Star PLC, she has collected the following information. So based on this, its first question is calculate the dividend per ordinary share for the companies ended 31st December 2024. We have to calculate what was the dividend issued per ordinary share by both the companies to understand which is going to be a better investment. So let's calculate. First one is the for the Aquarius PLC, dividend per share is equal to total ordinary dividend divided by the number of ordinary shares which is after the issue has been made. There has been a rights issue happening, and so that will change the number of ordinary shares in the company. And also now you have to calculate the total or what is the dividend per share after the rights issue has been made. Now let's calculate the total ordinary dividend. Okay, the total ordinary dividend is going to be the sum of interim dividend and final dividend. So here we can see that interim dividend was issued at the rate of 1.2 pence per share, that is equal to, we have to take it in pounds, then they have given here 0.012 pounds times the number of shares was 24 million. So the total dividend cost, okay, cost is always the rate times quantity. So quantity of shares, and here the rate of price or dividend per interim dividend per share issued was 0.012 plus final dividend was 570,000. So that is equal to, so let's calculate, okay, the first one, that is 0.012 into 24 million, okay, that is equal to 288,000. Okay, 288,000 plus 570,000, so that is equal to 858,000 pounds. Okay, so this was the total dividend that was given to the shareholders. Okay, here the final ordinary dividend is already given, and we don't have to worry, so don't have to calculate, and this is the formula. The number of ordinary shares after the issue, let's calculate what was the number of ordinary shares. It has changed, okay, at the end finally because of the rights issue made. So the number of ordinary shares is equal to, here they are saying a rights issue of one share is going to be issued for every 4 ordinary shares held. It was held. So if I'm holding some ordinary shares, for every 4 shares I will get one more share extra. That is what is the meaning. So already there is 24 million shares. Okay, now what is the increase in the number of shares after this type of issue is made to the shareholders? So it is 24 million, okay, divided by, for everything held, there's a 4, okay, 4, one more is issued, so that is equal to 24 million plus 6 million. Okay, we can see that this is the number of shares that the company would have got increased after issuing the shares. So 30 million shares is what is with the company after the issue of shares. Now let's calculate what was the dividend per share issued, that is equal to total ordinary dividend. Okay, the total ordinary dividend issued by this company was 858,000. Okay, that is equal to 858,000 divided by 30 million shares. So that is equal to 30 million shares. So that is equal to 2.86 pence. Okay, so 0.286 will come. Okay, so then convert it into pence. So 2.86 pence per share, or it would be 0.0286 pounds. Okay, it will be that in terms of pounds also you can write, or in terms of pence. So pounds per share. So this is the amount, dividend per share, that is given to the shareholders. Now let's calculate for Belstar PLC. The dividend per share is the same formula: total ordinary dividend divided by the number of shares, okay, the company has after a redemption process. So a redemption of ordinary shares was made on 1st October 2024 on the basis of 1 share redeemed for every 7 shares held. So this will make the company have less number of shares. Okay, issue is going to make more number of shares for the company. Okay, number of shares is going to increase, whereas the number of shares after the redemption is going to decrease. Now let's calculate the total dividend, ordinary dividend. So it is a combination of interim dividend given and also the final dividend given by the company to the shareholders. So the interim dividend is equal to 630,000 plus, and final dividend they have given the rate. Okay, and we have to include what is the number of shares at the end, not this shares. So number of shares at the end. So initially it had 70 million shares, but okay, for the final ordinary dividend we have to calculate the final number of shares left after the redemption. So for this purpose, let's calculate what is the number of ordinary shares left after redemption. Number of ordinary shares that's going to be left after redemption. The process of issue is, it is said that for every 1 share redeemed, for every 7 shares held. If I have 7 shares, okay, ordinary shares, if the redemption is 1 share is going to go back, is going to be less. It is redeemed by the shareholder. So that is equal to, there are 70 million shares. Whenever a redemption happens, it's going to decrease the amount of shares by the company. So it is going to be redeemed back. Okay, redeemed back. So 70,000, okay, divided by 7. So that is equal to 70,000, okay, 70 million minus 10 million. So that is equal to 60 million shares. Okay, this is 60 million shares is the final ordinary shares left after the redemption. Now with this we have to calculate the final dividend that was given. It was 0.024 times 60 million shares that was given. So that is equal to 630,000 plus 0.024, okay, 0.024 times 60 million, that is equal to 1,440,000. Okay, so the total is going to be equal to 2,070,000. So 2,070,000. Okay, so this is the number of this is the pounds. Okay, this is the amount of dividend that was given to the ordinary shareholders. Now let's calculate what was the dividend per share that was issued by this company. So it is equal to the total ordinary dividend. Okay, it is equal to the total ordinary dividend divided by the shares issued, that is 60 million shares that was issued. Okay, so that is equal to 3.45, okay, pence per share, or it is also equal to 0.0345 pounds. Okay, so it is equal to, you can write it in terms of pounds or pence, okay, per share. So this was the dividend that was given to the shareholders, 3.45 per share. Okay. Next one, let's calculate the part B. Calculate the dividend cover for the Aquarius PLC. Now the formula for dividend cover will be the net profit after interest and tax divided by total ordinary dividend given to the shareholders. So the net profit, okay, the net profit after the interest and tax is equal to, it is equal to 1973 400. Okay. This was a net profit divided by total ordinary dividend, which we had calculated here. The total ordinary dividend was this much. Okay. It was 858. Okay, it was 858,000. So now let's calculate the value. Okay, dividend cover. So that is equal to, it's a ratio, so that is equal to 2.3 times. Okay, 2.3 times you will write. Okay, so this is the dividend cover for Aquarius PLC. Now let's calculate for Belstar PLC what is the dividend cover. So the net profit after interest and tax. But here they have, for the Belstar, we have the information only that net profit before the interest and tax. Before the interest and tax was this much. Okay, so we have to calculate, include. Okay, so we have to reduce. Okay, we have to pay off the interest and the tax. Now let's pay off the interest and tax. Okay, for this we have to calculate. Okay, separately I will calculate. So because the total, okay, the net profit before the interest and tax is given. Okay, and then we have to calculate. Okay, this is before, it is given as before. Then we have to less the interest and the tax paid. So interest is, let's calculate 7% of okay, the interest paid. Let's calculate the interest paid. So you have to pay off the interest also. 7% of 2 million. 7% of 2 million. Okay, plus one more interest is there. So then you also have one more interest, which is a debenture interest, that is 12% of, okay, 12% of 1 million. Okay, debenture is also a type of loan. So 1 million. Okay, these are the two interest, okay, the company needs to pay. And then consider the profit after the interest and tax paid. Okay, then I also have to pay off the tax. The company has to pay the tax was 930,000. So 930,000. So this also you have to subtract. Then only you will get the net profit before you will get the net profit after the interest and tax. Okay, after the interest and tax. So that is equal to, so this is before the interest and tax, and you will pay off the interest, okay, part, you will less it, and then you will pay off the tax. So it is going to further reduce your profit, and finally you will be left with 3,726,000. Okay, so this is the profit. Okay, this is the net profit after the interest and tax. Now let's calculate the dividend cover. Now the dividend cover is going to be equal to, so this value, this pound, okay, this value which has been the, which is a profit after paying off the interest and tax by the company. So this divided by the total ordinary dividend that was issued by Belstar. The total ordinary dividend issued was 2070,000. Okay, this value you had to take, and then that is equal to 1.8 times. Now the third part, calculate the dividend yield for Aquarius PLC. So what is the dividend yield per formula? It is dividend per share divided by market price of the share. Now let's calculate for Aquarius PLC. Okay, for the Aquarius PLC. So the first one is dividend per share that we had calculated here for the Aquarius PLC in the first portion. Okay, the dividend per share was 2.86 pence, right? So we will take this per share divided by the market price. Okay, the market share price at the end of the year was 2.20 pounds. That means it is equal to 220 pence, okay, per share. Okay, so that is equal to, and times 100. Okay, you have to do this entire thing and multiply with 100. Okay, it is a percentage, yield is percentage, so you will multiply this by 100. So to understand what is the percentage yield you are going to get from by investing in this share, it is 1.3 percentage is the yield from by when you are investing in this type of share. Now let's calculate for Belstar PLC the dividend per share, which we had calculated in the first part, okay, in the part A2. So the dividend per share was 3.45 pence per share. So that is equal to this much, okay, divided by its market price. Okay, we can see that 4.41 pounds. So I'm going to write it as 414 pounds per share. Okay, it is 414 pence. Okay, so you should know that, okay, 1 pound is equal to, okay, 1 pound is equal to 100 pence. So okay, you should be able to convert, okay, like this. So 3.45 p, okay, and divided by 414 pence times 100. So times 100, that is equal to 0.83 percentage. Okay, so this is the dividend yield that's got when you are going to invest in this company.